Hello, Dan here for the Hammer Game channel, and welcome back to the New Order, The Last Days of Europe, and to my Siberian Black Army playthrough, where today we are going to, I don't know what, wait, we'll grab that, support weapons 3. Today we're going to be starting to go to war, because I have already attempted to record this episode, but Krasnoyarsk lost, and so did Tomsk, so, yeah, Tomsk invaded Krasnoyarsk, then Novosibirsk lost to these guys, defeated them, Kemerovo declared war on me, and I couldn't do any of my focus tree for the war goals, so yes, we've started again. Anyways, I went ahead and trained some of our troops, get some manpower. We also went ahead and done divert civilian production. We also done improved the production quotas. Then also implement worker concessions. We've done all of them in the Siberian plan. Looks a little bit like this now. Plus we do get some nice bonuses from doing in here. I just need to keep an eye on when this happens. The raids of April have stopped coming. So we'll keep looking when it gets to April. When this is we're able to do Black Spring. Because we want to get down to Krasnoyarsk and declare war on them as soon as bloody possible. But in the meantime, we're going to do these focuses here. Return to the mines. With normal economic functions restored and a good deal of stimulus having been added in the form of public reconstruction projects, the economy has begun to grow at a rapid pace. Demand for mineral resources has increased nearly tenfold, and many communes are ill-equipped to provide. With the threat of German bombers destroying any large-scale mining operations gone, this seems like a good time to reopen mines that were previously closed. Additionally, we should begin manufacturing and distributing the new mining equipment to the communes with mine sites readily available. So 12 aluminium, 8 tungsten, and increases resource extraction efficiency by 7.5. And that goes on to the good old Siberian plan. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to remove our divisions from the Tomsk border. Because it does take us, what, 63 days to get the justification when we're able to start doing those focuses. That is not what I'm wanting. Because I do want to push also into these guys as well, the People's Revolutionary Council. I'm going to mop up all the little miners. And Communist Revolution of that. Although they do have 6 divisions, so Volgda and Kostroma are at war. It should be April. Winter is over in the spring. Rasputsa is now here. We did actually finish off this part of the tree and start working down here. And say hello to Tachanka. If you've played Rainbow Six Siege, you know who he is. So we got another... oh no, we got a factory from doing that. Dedicated agricultural production. Our colonies are growing large by the day. The nutritional and economic security that our colonies provide for the everyday family has had a pronounced effect on birth rates. With in mind is becoming ever more pertinent to boost agricultural output. Consequently, mechanized farming equipment should be produced and distributed to the communes, so they might increase production. Not only will this help our farmers produce more, but it will also free time for our workers to do other tasks. Agricultural societal development will begin to improve and gets an event in the fields. Yeah, we should be able to take them without any hassle. It's 2 to 4 divisions. They've got 2 in their capital, so if we just push up into Achinsk, then the south's really not going to be an issue, unless they do have a division down here. Kemerovo has 2 to 4 as well, so we should manage fine. Tomsk isn't that strong either, 4 to 8, so you know, as long as we get some encirclements going on them, and just cut off some of their divisions, crush them, then they'll stand no chance whatsoever. That's looking good. Oh, okay, and there goes Madagascar. We're also getting very close to, you know who, kicking the bucket and all hell breaking loose in the Reich. In the fields. Remote Clutcher Baby, who was most likely in his mid-20s, tightening her arms. Comrades, I come here. I'll stop you right there. You're well aware that people have cast out comrade for their tongue. Glasgow scowled from atop the bench. I am not here to discuss your name, companion, the woman hissed. I'm here because my son was informed that his services were required in the army. Springing the opportunity to speak before Glasgow, stepping off question. Where's the problem here? Our goal is cooperation. That means that everyone does their part in defending the free land we cherish. My son is not a fighter. The boy's as scrawny as hell. He does his part in the factories. He makes the tractors that ensure the food ends up on your plate, and it seems to me, by looking at you, that you'd benefit from his labour. Glazkov stifled a laugh, prompting a scowl from Stepanov. I believe we've heard enough. This is not the first time this has been brought to our attention. It seems the issue of the factories left abandoned is a more common issue than once thought. I'm going to go ahead and we toil in the fields of grain. We could do with the manpower, but I like that little increase to the Siberian plan. Let's go ahead and do the rural production nodes because we get a military factory as well as our factory industrial capacity going up by 7.5%. The heart of anarchist society lies not in the cities or suburbs, but in the countryside's rural towns and local communities therein. Helping these communities to end their reliance on the cities for manufactured goods is an important goal for us. Therefore, we will encourage the development of local workshops so that the communes might produce the manufactured goods for themselves. Additionally, these workshops will allow the communes to arm themselves more easily, with the production of Kalashnikovs being right in their backyards. Ah yes, the production of Kalashnikovs, which A, we have not actually researched yet, even though they're now 5 years out of date, and B, we are actually still using the Mosin Nagant, which is at this point probably about 50 years old. Or has been used by us for about 50 years. Probably longer than that, actually, to be fair. Right, what else do I want to do? I'm not going to do any more looting anytime soon, so what we'll do is we shall... I was about to click that there. We'll put that away. Ah, the General Assembly. Do we want to maybe... Is there anything here that gives us manpower? 5,000 manpower. And it's also libertarian socialism, so increase militia reliance. Boom. Despotism has no place in our anarchist nation for Mother Anarchy. Yeah, I think we're what, 10,000 short in the army? 9,000 short now. The Yashuda crisis. Unlucky Japan. Rural production nodes is done. Repair the Trans-Siberian Railway. Among the few successes of the old Tsarist regime was the creation of the Trans-Siberian Railroad. The railroad has an inordinate impact on Russia, binding the nation in a way never seen before. Used extensively during the Bukharin regime, after World War II, it became a vital artery for the Soviet Union in the Soviet-German War of the 1950s. After we lost the war, German bombers pummeled the rail line into near oblivion. However, with German bombers now far from Russian skies, we can repair the portion of the railway that runs within our borders, and maybe bring back some of its former luster. An ultimatum from Tomsk. Ah! You cheeky buggers. How long do I have to deal with this? 10 days. Yep, quickly, quickly, go, 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 get in position. Yeah, we will not back down so easily. And we're winning, once again. Who would have seen that coming? And there goes King Farouk, and one of the Madagascar boys has just been defeated. Ah, the enemy is defeated. Thank you for your guns, some stability and political power. Was that worth it? Gosh dang, I hate how it kicks off the divisions. Why did it not just kick off one and use the batch of boys there? Ah, it doesn't matter. Ah, Kansk is currently opposing our motion. Kansk. Carmel support. Let's talk. We need to keep you on our side. Can't have you disputing Mother Anarchy. Okay. Right, move on to the motion brought forth by companion Stepanov regarding the rail that stretches from Moscow to Vladivostok, or rather the rail that once could take a man across the entirety of Russia. Companion Ivanovich crossed the motion of his agenda. This session had been going relatively smoothly. Talking about trains would surely be no more than an invitation for the senior members to drift off to sleep. Companion Stepanov, you are solely recognised. The General Justice's camp rose from his seat. I'm well aware we've got quite an extensive agenda before us today, so I'll make this brief. It was brought to my attention, motion 271, a motion to decide the future of the Siberian Rail, was never concluded. For a good goddamn reason, interjected Glazkov. The motion, if you weren't aware, companions, is to repurpose the railroad of our own use. Glazkov, proud of his point, looked around the room ready to see his companions not in agreement, was instead met with quizzical looks. Do you not see the issue here? The rail is a product of the Tsarist regime, built for the exploitation of political prisoners and slaves. Would it not be best to honour the memory of those who died by using the rail for liberation? Colonel Stepanov. Expand the tracks would be instrumental in liberation. Glazkov, always one to have the last word, began to speak, but was mercifully cut off by Ivanovich. Your points are recognised by his body. In the name of brevity, we will move to vote on the motion 271. and we're going to get the pass. We do lose 2.5 consumer goods, but we get 2 infrastructure in Kansk and Bratsk. Still can't do that, so we'll go ahead and do... Actually, wait a minute. April's almost over, which may lead for the Black Spring to be over. It is. I guess the 1st of May 1936, you can, 1963 you can do this. 36, yeah. We're not in the vanilla game doing. All around us the rains of April have stopped coming. Trees are in full leaf. Fledglings are learning to fly, and the Rasputitsa is coming to an end. With it are going the muddy roads that swell entire military brigades and destroys more Russian trucks and tanks than any military ever has. With summer right around the corner and the spring mud drying up, we are entering into a short period of time between now and autumn when the roads are clear and the weather is fair. We should take advantage of this time we have and begin preparing for war, as those around us certainly are. Let's do it. We need to get this done as quickly as possible and do freedom for Krasnoyarsk. And hopefully Tomsk keeps their beaky nose out of it. They can stay away. "21 days for that, 21 days for that." Gearing up. Because once we've got Krasnoyarsk, we're going to go a measured integration, which boosts authoritarian democracy, but then we get the libertarian socialism from doing the next one, so that makes sense. We're not going for despotism. Then we'll slightly less quartering times, and we'll probably go after Kemerovo. Final checks are underway to ensure that the army is ready for the conflict to come. The soldiers are training, maintenance on trucks and tanks is underway, war plans are being reviewed, and our stockpile of arms is being built up. Our people are armed and ready to spread the anarchist dream to all of Russia. Yes, indeed, for Mother Anarchy. It will be long before we are ready to embark upon the great unification, rather not unification of a truly Soviet Union, ruled by the people, not dictatorships like those of Bukharin or Yagoda. Here we go. Tomsk, you just stay out of this. Right, the communes are fine. Do I want to... Oh, that's not where I'm supposed to be looking. I want to look in here. Ah, we're going to get 5,000 manpower here in a second. Empower the Black Army. No, thank you. No, thank you at all. Implement a motion. Ah. Just implement the motion. We need the manpower. Okay. Good, it's not Tomsk declaring war on Krasnoyarsk. There is still plenty of time for the do. We're 21 days away. Come on. Oh! You're going after them instead. Well, hopefully they can hold on. See, what is with you and being a nuisance? When do we even declare war on Tomsk? There it is. Bring down the Leviathan. Oh, we're going to be bringing down them as quickly as we can because they are going to be a nuisance. Final preparations done. Freedom for Krasnoyarsk. The workers of Krasnoyarsk have been oppressed under the boot of an autocratic state for too long. We must free the workers of Krasnoyarsk from their oppressive false democracy. Nikolai Andreev and his military apparatus have continued their stranglehold over Krasnoyarsk for too long, and unlike us, whose military has worked towards the democratization and liberation of Russia, theirs has done nothing but restrict workers' rights and strengthen government power. We march on Krasnoyarsk at dawn. Hell yeah, we do. Now please tell me we do not need to have... I need to own it. So basically what you're saying in this game is Tomsk is going to be an absolute nuisance here. Oh, gearing up. Okay, for years it has been customary for the Black Army for disembark on their pros to share the justification of why they rode, why they, people who could get along just fine as simple farm folk, took up arms. Mean for the gate of Kansk was not typical, far from it. Usually squads would depart in intervals. One pack of hairy men would arrive, their eyes alive with joy. They'd speak their praise to the Black Army in assembly before hopping into their vehicles and disappear over the highway. One squad could not handle the task before them today. So, okay, we've got a speech here. One doesn't know he's enslaved until he feels the tug of chains, commanded Glazkov as he spoke before the assembled army. It's far too easy to become blinded by the tricks of despots, and for that I do not blame the common man. Where were we all decades ago? Service to the union of the people. At last the workers had a state willing to empower them at every opportunity. But that wasn't the case, was it? The only people served by the union were those in the Presidium, We will no longer bear witness to the circus of generals awaiting their turn to be saviour of Russia. The crowded town square erupted in the cheers, decrying tyranny. Take up your arms. Today we embark on a long and arduous journey to the long-awaited funeral of exploitation. The army rendered little more than a raving mob by the oration, hoisted their weapons in the air. One by one, squads went into their vehicles and set for the west, for Krasnoyarsk. You're holding on quite well, which is nice. Can you hold on for longer? How many focuses have we got to do? Oh, get in the bin, you dicks. Oh my god, they're declaring war on everyone. Okay, operation change battle plan, go, go, go. Bin that. Let's go ahead and do the continual regional interconnection. Furthermore, the development of our infrastructure is always a goal to strive towards. Not only does it improve the flow of resources throughout the country, it also brings the communes closer together, both economically and politically. These bonds between them will be tested as we expand the reach of the Siberian Soviet, so anything we can do to strengthen them will be vital. To that end, we will be investing into the creation of a road system that will travel all across Siberian Soviet, connect us with even the most isolated communes. Right, Operation Get Your Ass to the front line is a go, go, go. What are you actually doing, Tomsk? You have declared war on everyone. You do not have the army. 5 to 7 divisions. You're now up against about 20. You idiots. Okay, well, on the plus side, at least we can now do our war goaling on everyone else without any real hassle. Those who are not on the front line, get your backside to the front line now. Gonna have to try and split us fairly in the deal and not take it all for myself. Construction, civilian construction 2. Improved anti-tank, don't really need that. Let's go ahead and not do that either. Strategic theorem. Range spectrum combined troops. You know what, let's go down this one. Maybe that's 2,000. We've lost 0. Right, the foundation laid. An experiment in anarchism that many thought was not possible, we have proven time and time again that ours is a superior ideology. Without compromising morals, we have managed to create an economic system that benefits us all, and not just a privileged few who happen to control the means of production. We've completed laying the economic foundation of a nation of and for all our Russian peoples. Hoorah. We just got aggressive. There really is no reason to hold back. Tomsk's army is going to be getting laid out here. I'll probably try and split this kind of fairly between folk, because everyone's got to be taking a piece of the pie. They've actually done 54%, but I think that's probably due to the fact that they killed a lot of people. Krasnoyarsk is going to get probably nothing, if we're going to be fair. Kaya has been elected Prime Minister of Japan. Gosh, we're in like 19%. Mainly because we're nowhere near any of the juicy points. The corrections made. The legacy of Nikolai can be held down to 3 views depending on who and where you are to ask. One said that he's a hero who took up arms against the Tsar and answering the call of the motherland of valiantly returning back to his birthplace in his time of need. Bukharin betrayed the ideals of the revolution, sensing an opportunity for power and slinking back into Russia out from his hiding in America where he'd lived a privileged life of gorgeous decadence. Into his own image. Basically, his number one priority was power. Some would rant and rave about the Judeo-Bolshevik menace that came to Russia from the heartland of Jewry America, that came to Russia to impose the will of Zion, breaking down tradition and culture, whipped away with a single blow to the head of the Tsar. We have challenged these narrow visions. One could not judge the Siberian plan on the basis of good or bad. The plan is just as Russia is today, fractured. Like Russia, we will pick up the pieces, picking out the best of the pieces of the plan and rejuvenating the program that accomplished what was promised. A plan for the people. Nice. Good. Right, anyways, let's go ahead and do it as a Black Army. The Black Army stands as the guardians of the revolution of freedom here. We'll be instrumental in liberating Siberia from the grasp of tyrants and dictators. The Siberian War took a heavy toll on our armed forces, and in many ways, we're still reeling from the effects of that war on our military. Even in terms of just equipment and manpower, 2 areas in which we have normally done well compared to our neighbours, we have significant ways to recover. We should take stock of the Army's current situation and take note of what areas we have to improve it. Tomsk hasn't fallen yet, but they're definitely losing. The rights of man. You guys are going to have no rights in a minute once you've lost. They've lost 14,000. We're yet to actually lose 1,000 men. %. And their capital has fallen, it's just a matter of time. The Black Army's done. Review the chain of command. As a result of our rather unique military democracy hybrid government, officers in the army are actually elected by the people as opposed to appointed by some faceless high command. While these officer elections have served to democratize the military, which has acted as a form of centralized government over the past few years, it has also opened the door to completely inept half-wits coming into positions of power. Despite this, the military reserves the right to remove such elected officers from positions of power should they prove incapable of carrying out their duties assigned to them. We should begin testing the officers currently in power to make sure that such incompetent officers aren't running our brigades. Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. Yep, that's definitely fair. Okay, that's great. Next up from the diaries of Androni Mizhunka. In truth, the vultures will begin to swarm the movement. Weekend the Japanese to the east will spring on as an option to expand their sphere of influence, establish slave colonies in their wake. Generally clear their mission is to nip any attempt in European liberty in the bud. It will only be a matter of time before Wehrmacht demolishes the petty armies set up. The Americans too, always hungry for an opportunity to weaken a nation out of their grasp, will be chomping at the bite to set a sham republic in whatever is left of Russia. Okay. Okay, right. Since we got absolutely nothing from that, I believe we need to quickly expand. I don't think you actually have a tree, so yeah, that's fine. How many factories do you now have, though? 5 and 5. That's pathetic. Oh, we won't get any from the other line, that's why. Right. Bin that. Freedom from Krasnoyarsk. Let's get into them. We want to secure the rest of this land. I'm going to take out the People's Revolution Council as well. Oh, does everybody want a piece of the pie? I'm not going to be able to do any focuses again. Then, since saying that, they should be coming for me as well. Plus, I should be actually able to maybe intervene in this. I think... Well, I am intervening. And they've completely left the front open to me, so... let's go. I'll just leave that for the time being. Oh, we've got some fighting over here. You've not actually done anything yet. Why do you not want to push in there? Well, you're actually beating them. Oh, and I defeated them. Ha ha ha. Krasnoyarsk railway junction captured. Crushed through the forested mountains around the city are men of over in the city of Krasnoyarsk, and with it have taken the widely discussed Krasnoyarsk railway junction. The tall and mighty station boldly stretch across the urban space and dominate our soldiers' view. It was a logistical fortress, stuffed with bulky metal trains resting on the platforms. We have a crucial junction of the Trans-Siberian Railway now under our control. We can now more vastly improve our logistical abilities in performing the Herculean task of reuniting Russia. Pulling heaps of ammunition, cash and supply crates on the trains, we can deliver these resources to our front lines far more effectively, as well as increase the speed in which communications can be delivered. Our grasp of the Krasnoyarsk railway junction will stretch our influence across Siberia as a step towards expanding our power to reunite Russia under our watch. A boon, to be sure. Oh, the glorious Black Army is expanding. And now we'll go ahead and do a measured integration. Though many of the autocrats and sadists that previously ruled Krasnoyarsk are arguably irredeemable and will be put on death row, many more of the government officials were part of the proletariat like us. So I wish to see the government do well by those it was tasked with ruling. We should reach out to these individuals and pardon them for having participated in the oppressive democracy of Krasnoyarsk. Hopefully such mercy will aid us in integrating this new territory and ease the process of shifting to communal society. So they 5 stability, our war support goes down by -5. We lose 50 political power, and also authoritarian democracy popularity is changed by 10%, which is completely fine by me, as long as it's not despotism. Despotism can get in the bin. And can I just say what a lovely little national spirit that is. Division speed, supply consumption, and construction speed all improved. It's fantastic. Then we'll divert our attention to dealing with them. Iberia announced the creation of the Iberian Council. Aircraft. Oh, there's an aircraft plant there? Nice. And when we finally be able to push to Zlatoust, we'll get the Zlatoust arms plant. Which will be quite nice. We'll see what the eternal enemies. Wow, you're miles away from doing anything. Then again, their work has just begun. Their work has just begun. Actually, you guys still have the... No, you don't have the terror bombings. Germany is going to be exploding anytime now. Anytime. They are going to go boom. Ah, no, Salazar's here with a puppet. Commando Militar Algerino. Okay, I think I've done well pronouncing that. Cooperation with the workers. Despite being nothing more than a false revolutionary who actively worked against the true workers of revolution, Andreev was still wary of what the workers would do if they decided he was unfit to rule. In order to keep the workers satisfied, Andreev created various worker organizations both to keep the workers in check, which will token increase in wage or rations every now and again. We should reach out to these worker organizations and see if they would be interested in assisting our efforts to create a true workers' paradise. Get the 2.5% increase to our glorious Mother Anarchy, 250 manpower, and a big left tent. Native unrest, Portuguese retordinos, and Legion presence. Do you have a tree? No. Are you going to be able to sort out your problems, Iberia, or are you going to explode? Who knows? And how's England doing? Well, not enough time. It's about to blow up in England as well. Who would have seen that coming? There he goes. He's dead. And all hell is going to break loose. Cue the Civil War. I'm going to go ahead and increase militia reliance again. Integrate Krasnoyarsk. Let's do that as well. And industrial investments, because you know, one civvy or one military factory, why not? Oh, boom, boom, boom. Here it goes. Here it is. Here it is. You know it's coming when the game slows down into a complete halt. Boom, there we go. And cue death and destruction. Who will win? Who will win? And this should be kicking off as well in a second. This is going to blow up. Everything's going to blow up. Chaos in Outland. We're going to have there's the Franco-Burgundy War. Yeah, Muscovy's here. The Moscow Autonomy. Handspiedelsum's control of Germania. And Brittany's joined in the Franco-Burgundian War. And cue the English Civil War. There it is. Claude is here. Expansion into Africa. Poland's risen up. The Warsaw Uprising will have the little faction occur between these three, and then they'll strike the South Africans. There it is, the English Civil War pop up. And we're just minding our business over here, don't mind us. The hidden heroes. Let's do it. After a short but relatively tumultuous occupation, it seems that Krasnoyarsk is fully ready for integration to Siberian. So the subversives here have been tried and executed, either by our military or by good workers of Krasnoyarsk. Workers' organizations have been contacted and have helped us to gain the trust of the people, while simultaneously helping us to set up local communes and the gears of industry and communal economy have started to turn, producing much needed weaponry for the liberation of Siberia. The anarchist revolution spreads further. Grand. And then we can go ahead and deal with the Mad King. There's the Afrika Shield. Serbia declare war on the Serbian National Liberation Front. I like how this mod very much goes from 0 to 100 very bloody quickly. Oh my sweet heavens. He would be shot. Misha knew that it would only be a matter of time. The savages were smart. It terrified him. They were still savages. They could not organize a union. They had no idea how they would conduct international diplomacy, let alone deal with the eternal challenges of strongman politicians. They knew one thing: hatred. Freedom was tertiary. He shifted his weight. They should have done them in by now. At this point, it was a cruel punishment to be packed in here with the fellow members of the Social Democratic Party of Krasnoyarsk. Misha saw them. The men walked in the makeshift stage, quickly assembled in the middle of the meeting hall, turned prison cell. About time, Misha thought. The people stepping to the podium were not officers to Misha's chagrin, but representatives of the Communal Expansion and Integration Council. Greetings, companions. I would like to apologise for packing you in here, but I hope you understand the circumstances are a little disafferent. I encourage you to take a deep breath. The man followed his own instructions, inhaled in the sweat and mildew of the room, and confidence soon out. A few in the crowd made half-hearted attempts to mimic the presenter, mostly out of fear, while most just looked out on in confusion. That is the first breath of the weight of oppression on your backs. While some of the men you may have called allies, even friends, face justice for your actions, we do not believe in discriminate violence. That is the policy of oppressors we stand against. So you heard us in this room to tell us you're not going to kill us? Misha wondered aloud. Oh no, it's much more than that, the presenter reassured. You have certain responsibilities now. We all do. Despite our success here, we are still conducting a grand experiment. Misha scoffed in the audience. Some success this was. The town had been playground for the Black Army. In order for the people of Siberia, of Russia, of the world even, to be offered a new opportunity, we need you here and there. You know the city better than us. You are trusted by the people and have proven yourselves open to the cause of the left. In the coming days, your party will be responsible for reorganization towards a commune. Misha nodded in consideration. Well, he thought, maybe they weren't savages after all. Hang the landlord, save the leftist. Let's go. Karl the Neat seizes Crimea, and the Franco-Burgundian War is over. Himmler has expanded his land. Have you broken away? You have broken away. And there's the Boer Republic rising up, and will no doubt get the aid of the African. There it is. Albert Herzog. Sir de Villiers Graf. Our nation in flames. And they're going to get the American allies, of course, to hit them more. Shatter the shield. You definitely want to do that. Saying that, though, American support will be boosted by a speed of 5. If a shield intervenes in South Africa, Milord coup in Norway. Gosh, everything's blowing up. Free Norway. How's this going for everyone involved? Meh, mixed bag. Who? African National Congress? That is a terrible position to be in. Especially these guys, they're dead. Durban's the capital. Oh, Madagascar's now whole again. Reichskommissariat is 1. We've pacified Krasnoyarsk. Alright, in the court of the Mad King. Mad King Rurik in Kemerovo has truly lost all his marbles. Reports have come in from across the border about the Red Monarchy, trying to help the people through the power of a king. King Rurik II, as he now prefers to be known, has set up an entirely new dynasty in the region. The royal court and his 2 children currently vying for control of the throne. Clearly the people of Kemerovo are in dire need of assistance to escape from whatever it is that Rurik has created. Russia still really has fallen to insanity, hasn't it? It indeed has, but Mother Anarchy will liberate it. And they're also fighting the boys to the south. What do they think they're doing? Well, at least weaken them for me. They've only got 17,000 in their army. 6 divisions, 17,000. That is absolutely guff. At least we've actually got a full, fully manned-powered army now. Well, I guess we'll finish off today's episode with the destruction of Kemerovo. We could let them actually finish and defeat these guys, because they're 3 to 5. Well, we're going to walk in. Their capital is completely undefended. The fools. The fools. Then again, we could just go ahead and do this straight away after beating Kemerovo, and then we can end there. And then that will literally just leave. Oh yeah, because they went through the other little guy that was down here. That'll just leave Novosibirsk, which they have 5 to 7 divisions. So once we've unified the south a little bit here, it's just onwards. Onwards. And their capital's right here, so we're not too far away from it. Then we'll most likely have to secure Tomsk. Oh, here we go. Hey, 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 it's me, coming to kill you. Oh, I'm already about to seize the capital. Kuznets Basin captured. Our men spill the ruins of the Kuznets Basin, battling through the remains of enemy fortifications, pockets of wounded squadrons. With gunfire still cracking in the distance, the embers of the burning structures clawed at the sky with roaring flames. Wind rushes through the Kuznets depression, carrying with it the blackened stench of coal reserves now under our control. With such a rich natural resource now under our administration, we have access to generate immense amounts of energy. The power produced by the excavated coal reserves will promptly increase our manufacturing capabilities, as well as provide energy to the many citizens living within our territory. A highly valuable and sought-after location in central Siberia, this prized asset under our jurisdiction must be put to use soon so we may reap the benefits of the coal mines before any of our enemies manage to snatch it from us. Fantastic. I love how little, like, nations have little, like, things that you should take. Well, you get, actually. Like, we national spirits you get for taking control of the area, like the Kuznets Basin and the Krasnoyarsk railway junction. They're very nice. There we go. We won. Good. Now all that remains is justice for the HOI4. In the wake of the collapse of the Soviet Union, Siberia became what most would call anarchy. Opportunist generals, idealist democrats, and kings alike carved out their own states. Without regulation, the situation in Siberia slipped out of the hands of any one man or body, and most used this time as an opportunity to iron out any grudges. We have our own quarrels as well. To the south lies the People's Revolution Council, a warlord clique of former Soviets. So secret that the military Soviets have wronged us before. Now it's time to settle this difference for good. Hell yeah, and we're only 14 days away. We'll get into position. They're not going to be able to handle us. They've just fought the war there. 5 divisions, 14,000. Are they out of manpower? Is that what the issue is here? Yeah, they're out of manpower. The Algerian War is kicked off? Wait, the Algerian War? Oh! Tertio Militar Algerino is going after Comando Militar Algerino. Who's going to win? Who's got the more divisions? 7 on 5, potentially, or less. The Kingdom of Siberia has been defeated. Oh no, the Kingdom of Siberia is here. Do you have a tree? No. Wait, who's in charge of the kingdom? Nikolai Kavaj. Who's winning right now? Hydrix losing, just as always. Right, we better return to the front. It's an interesting setup you've got going on, boys, but I'll take it. I guess what we'll do is we'll cast down the crown. With the Kemerovo fully under our control, now we can begin to dismantle the former government that was in place here and begin to raise communes in their stead. The first step of this process will obviously be putting the lunatic Rook on trial for his crimes against the people of Kemerovo. Once his trial is concluded, he was thrown behind bars for his life for trying to revive the monarchy in Russia. Hopefully we'll be able to begin the real work of extending our military administration here and integrating these new communes into our economy. Good. Good, good, good. Yeah, just so I get to their capital. I actually don't know where the rest of their divisions are hiding, but they're probably in their capital. Actually, they're definitely going to be in the capital. Oh wait, there's one there. Engage. Oh my gosh, we have 74,000 manpower now. Oh, their divisions are guff. If we can just break them anyways. Yeah, surround him. Let's get civilian construction 3. I'll try and encircle him. Let's just leave it actually. We'll leave that. Well, we just overrun the capital. try out King Rurik. His tribunal is prepared. What of you, companion Nikolai? Glazkov is a rare moment of Camp's head. The revolutionary turned king across the room nodded, his head naked with his crumb. Without his crumb. You stand as your own defence, I presume. Another nod. Very well, companion Nikolai. Clay was unlike anything I've seen, but you had all too common. You climbed the ladder. You did a decade what most men hope to achieve in lifetimes. And at the pinnacle of your career, the unyielding tide of faction washed over you and your regiments like a wave. You've seen the brutality of the Fuhrer. You sat silent in the meetings of Bukharin and Gora both. You're born witness to it all, Nikolai. You're a man fit for early retirement to the foot of a leader, but yet, despite it all, you're still you. Lustful for power, always scheming to knock the next piece off the board. Checkmate, Nikolai. You've reached for the sun and let it slip from your hands. Nikolai, my eyes were clashing off. The things you accuse me of are true. I picked up the crown in spite of my action against the Tsar. I'm not power hungry, Mr. Glazkov. I am hungry for change, just as my subject. Russia's not capable of governing without a monarch. Look outside to see the result of the worker state. My offer to the people was simple: a strong culture and free people. I do not consider that a crime. There's always a hide beneath the half-truths and doctorate facts. We did not bring you here to reprimand you for freedom, commented Stepanov. Your lies can only go so far. Promises of reform that were not more than wasted breath as you assure the reactionary elements a strong kingdom will emerge. The monarchy is dead. The presidium is dead, Nikolai. You live in an authoritarian past, blinded by the free future. In a rare moment of solidarity, Stepanov cast a knowing glance at Glazkov. Companion Nikolai, this tribunal finds you guilty of all charges. Hope that when your body finally decays in prison, will bring freedom to Siberia for once. You've done something good. Glazkov, Stepanov, and the remaining members of the tribunal gathered their things. Nikolai fixated his eyes on the tile at his feet. Throughout it all, there was always an escape, a man to bribe, a place to flee. As he felt grip of the officer on his soldier, he knew his luck had run out. I end fit for a king. And so with it, he is gone. Fantastic. And we are nicely progressing forward. And I don't know where this division's going. He's going for a nice wee run. There's another division right there. Although we have managed to cut that division off, which will kill him. It should be pretty close to capitulation. Oh no, maybe not. Yeah, we've managed to deal with them. Oh, the government prevails in the English Civil War. HMLR organization has been destroyed. So long, Claude. He's gone. Gosh, it's taking longer to defeat them than I thought. Oh, how we're getting thick though, boys. How we're getting thick. Gosh, I'm surprised they're not capitulated yet. We've killed 8,000 of them. Nice. Yeah, we're about to secure the last of their cities, so... The last of the division's about to bite the dust as well. Okay. And they're gone. That's what I thought. Get in the bin. There we go. Anyways, guys, I am going to leave that episode there, so thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I shall be back very soon for some more, where we will defeat Novosibirsk and finally proclaim what will be our glorious, glorious nation. Because this will bypass. Yeah, we literally just have to go for Novosibirsk. That'll get rid of the authoritarian democracy support, 2 off-map civilian factories. They do only have 4 to 8 divisions. Have we nicked a lot of guns? Oh, we have. Bam. Another 6 divisions will do us nicely. Anyways, guys, take care. Cheer bye. The now.